Hello, I'm Ian. This is Somerset News Network. Just watched parliamentary questions. Prime Minister has gone to China to get his new orders from his communist masters. My opinion. Let's put that in. My opinion. Now, how many more freebies are we going to find he's going to get from China? Asking the question. David Lammy stands up and he's asking the questions from the deputy leader of the Conservative Party. Now, many years ago, many years ago, I went up to Parliament to lobby my MP for a day, and he got us a ticket to get in the gallery. And I sat through PMQs. Tony Blair was the Prime Minister. And I sat there and I just... It's Parliament, it's the Commons. You've got all these MPs that you see on the television and pictures in the newspapers, and they're all in front of you. And for PMQs, it's all crowded. And Tony Blair is asked a question. And he starts waffling on about what the Tories would do. Tories did this, and the Tories did that. The Tories would do this. Betty Boothroyd was the Speaker. A lot of respect for that lady. When I wrote to her, she always wrote back. And I wrote to her and I said, are the Bill of Rights, the Act of Settlement, liberties of the subject, and there was about three different acts, 1354, 1405, 1423, are they still current acts of Parliament? She wrote back and said, yes, all are. Brilliant. That's what I needed to know. And that's what I'm working on today, because none of them have been repealed. But anyway, let's get back to Betty Boothroyd. She stopped Tony Blair mid-sentence at parliamentary questions and told Tony Blair he is not here to inform the House what the opposition is going to do. He is here to answer the questions what the government is going to do. And I thought that was brilliant. And then it was all right for a while. Anyway, listening to the Commons today and David Lammy, every question was scripted. Every answer was scripted. It's like they're reading a pantomime play. One says one thing, one says the other. But the answers that David Lammy get, the majority of them, was what the Conservatives either did wrong or were going to do wrong. It wasn't what the government's doing. The parliamentary questions is for the government to answer the questions of what they are doing, not what the opposition is doing. I think MPs have forgotten this. I would like to see one MP stand up and say, point of order. I don't want to know what the opposition's going to do. I want to know what the government's going to do. Because that's what it's for. Of course, the Speaker, he's a Labour MP, isn't he? He ain't going to do it. You know, it's so contrived. We're the electorate. We elect our MPs to go to Parliament, to go to the House of Commons, to speak for us. They might collectively join a party and have different points of view. But if you've got Conservative and Labour like you've had over the last 50 years, you can't put a fact bracket between them. They both say the same thing and do the same thing and don't repeal anything the other side has already done. They just add to it. So telling us what the Conservatives are going to go is not what we want to know. We want to know what the government's going to do. That's what PMQs is for. For the government to answer the questions of what it's going to do. And somebody's got to stand up and say, hey, point of order. I want to know what the government's going to do. I don't want to know what the opposition are going to do. They're quite willing to talk and tell us what they're going to do anyway. Do you see? It's simple stuff. It ain't rocket science. It's the way that it should work, not the way it is working. Anyway, it's only a little one, just a little rant for the day, just something I notice. And although he's having a go at what the Conservatives, it's all written down, isn't it? He don't need to think. It's all the answers are all written out for him. Anyway, Ian, Somerset News Network, bye-bye for now.